this isn't even a real college. When you transfer and you graduate, your employer is not going to say, hey, Jamie, we really like you, but you went to Pasadena City College and we just don't hire those types here. Hey guys, welcome back. So you're considering going to community college, or maybe you're already deep in your community college journey and you're getting ready to transfer. So this video is to expose the real story of who you'll meet during your time at community college and how to stay locked in. I like to break it down to 4 main types of people that you'll encounter as a community college student. First type, the drifters. This type of person is normally going to be sitting in the back of class. They're probably talking and maybe have their headphones in. They're probably watching YouTube videos. They're just plain distracted, or they might even be distracting. They might be in the class with their friends, so they're sitting next to each other. They're causing commotion, and it's just best that you stay as far away from these types of people as possible so that you don't get caught up in their behavior. All right, so the second type of person you got in community college are the hustlers. These people are laser focused. They're taking their future seriously. They're not talking in class. If they are talking, they're raising their hands and they're asking insightful questions. They're taking notes. There's no time for play for them. They're probably in a student organization, or they're a leader in a student organization. This type of person probably has a part-time job, whether it be on campus or outside of campus. And they're really just focused. You can probably find them, you'll likely find them in study hall or somewhere in the library. And for this type of person, the main goal for them is to get out of community college and not just go to community college. Typically, from what I've seen, this type of student is going to be an international student or the Asian American students. Third type of person you're going to encounter are the lost. They're taking classes by default. Maybe their mom or their dad just told them, hey, go to school, you'll figure it out eventually. They really don't want to go to school. They really don't even know why they're in school. They don't really have a direction. They're likely not a full-time student and they're just testing the waters. And for this type of person, I really feel for, because it can be difficult to figure out what you want to do, especially if the things that you're most interested in don't require a traditional education. The fourth type of person you'll encounter in community college are the second chancers. These are going to be your older students that are balancing, work, maybe family life and school. They probably have children at home, or maybe the kids have grown up and now they're out of the house, and they made a promise to themselves when their kids were a lot younger that, hey, I'll go back to school and I'll finish my degree. Typically going to be a lot more mature, easy to talk to, and super down to earth. I recommend talking to them, as they'll have some solid advice to give you. And sometimes they'll even have like a non-traditional background, or maybe they're doing like a career switch. So I recommend talking to these types. So let's talk about the test of community college. Community college really tests your endurance, and it's really a mental battle. You're always thinking about, should you quit? This isn't even a real college. You might be thinking that you're less than because you're not at UCLA or USC or some top school. Everyone has these thoughts. A lot of people that are in community college have these thoughts. Should you drop out? Don't worry about any of the noise. Stay focused and remember why you're there. So let's talk about the stigma. You'll have some older people, maybe parents of your friends or whoever, maybe even your parents, that might look down on you going to community college. Or maybe it could be your own friends or your peers that are looking down on you going to taking the JUCO route. But just ignore all of that. Community college is a huge money saver, and for some people, they might not be ready to leave home straight away, but they know that they're going to be focused during their time in community college. So for those people, just make sure you stay focused and don't worry about it, what anyone has to say. When you transfer and you graduate, your employer is not going to say, hey, Jamie, we really like you, but you went to Pasadena City College and we just don't hire those types here. Like, they're not going to say that. So it's like, you'll be fine. There's not going to be any asterisks next to the school that you graduated from on your resume, so you'll be fine. If you're in community college right now, you're on the right track. Just stay focused. Don't let the stigma, the negative thoughts mess with your head. Focus on transferring and going to the best school possible. That's all I got for today. Be sure to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. Till next time.